Have you ever wondered what chaos might ensue if an oversized girl were to accidentally tip over a jury box in a peculiar court? Well, brace yourselves for a tale that will transport you to a realm of whimsy and absurdity. In the midst of a peculiar court, Alice, our unsuspecting protagonist, suddenly finds herself in a flurry of commotion. Having grown quite large in the last few minutes, she forgets her size and accidentally tips over the jury box, sending the jurymen sprawling onto the heads of the crowd below. This scene, reminiscent of a globe of goldfish she had upset the previous week, sends Alice into a state of great dismay. Picture this: Alice scrambling to gather up the jurymen, just as she had scrambled to collect the goldfish. She fears they must return to their box immediately, or they would perish. But the trial can't proceed until all the jurymen are back in their places, announces the king with a grave voice. In her haste, Alice has put a lizard juror head downwards, its tail waving in a melancholy manner. Alice rectifies her mistake, though she muses that it wouldn't make much difference in the trial's proceedings. The jury, once recovered, diligently set to work to pen a history of this accident, except for the overwhelmed lizard, gaping at the roof of the court. The king questions Alice about the incident, but she insists she knows nothing. The king deems her response very important, only to be corrected by the white rabbit that it's unimportant. The jury scribbles down both versions, but Alice thinks it doesn't matter a jot. Suddenly, the king calls for silence and reads out Rule 42 from his book, demanding all persons more than a mile high to leave the court. All eyes turn to Alice. She protests, claiming she's not a mile high, but the king and queen insist she is, nearly 2 miles high to be precise. Alice, however, refuses to leave, arguing that the rule is not regular and must have been invented just now. The king, flustered, hastily shuts his notebook and asks the jury to consider their verdict. But the white rabbit interjects, announcing that there's more evidence to come, a letter written by the prisoner to someone. Our story takes a dramatic turn, leaving us on the edge of our seats, wondering what will unfold next. This peculiar tale is a vivid reminder of the whimsical world of Alice, where the ordinary becomes extraordinary and the rules of logic are constantly upended. It's a journey through a realm where the improbable becomes the norm and the mundane transforms into the magical. It's a world where size can change in an instant and where a courtroom can turn into a fishbowl at any moment. So, join us next time as we continue to unravel the enchanting tales from the world of Alice, where imagination knows no bounds. Until then, keep wondering and keep wandering in the realms of stories.